All right, we're back here in the vineyards with Josh Hexter of Psagot Winery, and Josh was kind enough to give us a couple of hours of his time today, and we thank you very much for having us, and we look forward to traveling through everything that Psagot has to offer with you today and learning a little bit more about Psagot.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure having you guys here. We're starting out here in our vineyard. One of our vineyards is actually our Shiraz Vineyard. It's one of our newer vineyards. We'll walk through the vineyard a little bit. I'll show you some of the vines and where the grapes are currently standing. Okay, so this is our Shiraz vineyards. They're 5-6 years old. We did our first harvest in 2008. As you can see, the grapes are just tiny, tiny little babies right here. We'll probably harvest these things in September, October. The ground itself, you see a terra rosa soil here, solid limestone underneath there. So these guys have to work hard to put down the roots. There is some irrigation here, but we give them very, very, very little water. So they shoot down the roots pretty deep. This is one of our newest vineyards here, but our older vineyards over there, which are about 20 years, 18 years old, their roots are down. They must be down 40, 50 meters down. So they're pulling in all the nutrients of the land, the different rock formations, limestone, terra rosa. You're going to get that all in the wines themselves, in the grapes, and then into the wines. And we try to kind of really bring that out when we make the wines.
Interesting.
And the nice part about here, we're up about 900 meters here. So you get tremendous shifts in temperature here during the day. So, I mean, this is actually quite a cool day. It's quite early in the season, but in the middle of the summer, we could be talking 95 plus degree Fahrenheit days. And then in the evening, those winds, as you're starting to feel now, start to kick in, and it'll cool this area down, into the 60s, 70s. So you get some nice changes. So you see right here, see the vines here are pretty healthy here and pretty healthy here, and then these guys here just never took root, never got started. So because of the Jewish law, the halachic aspects of Orla, basically when you plant a vineyard here in Israel and you have a kosher certificate of being a kosher vineyard, you can't add to the vineyard at all. So whereas right here these guys never took off, you probably just want to plant some new ones and see if you could get something growing. We're basically kind of forbidden to add anything here. So you'll see, when you walk around the vineyard, you'll see little gaps here and there where some vines just never got started, never took off. And this is kind of a good example that you see.
So to clarify, I want to make sure I understand. So Orla, if I understand, is that you're not allowed to take fruit from the vine for the first 3 years.
Right.
That's the law, right? And typically around the world, they not because of any Judaic or any other law, but they practice that as well, typically because you're going to get your fruit starting in the 4th year.
Yeah.
But according to Judaic law, you're not allowed to take any fruit from a vine for the first 3 years. So what you're saying is if these vines didn't take off and you wanted to try and plant something new, it would be hard to keep track of what's 4 years old and what's only 1 or 2 years
Correct.
old. So that's why you don't add.
Correct.
Okay, so we're getting ready to wrap things up here with Josh, and as we're walking, we just happened to notice what looks like it could be some ancient pottery. Anything you want to tell us about the ancient nature of it, or just that it's pretty cool?
I mean, I don't want to sound overly corny or anything, but the hills are really kind of quite alive with the ancient world. If you kind of you put your ears to the ground and put your hands to work here, I think we very much feel as though we're kind of coming back to the history and what happened here 2,000 years ago, replanting, re-putting in our roots, both literally and figuratively. We really thank you guys for coming out and visiting us, and we welcome anyone to come out and visit us here, both in the vineyards themselves and in the winery. So, all right, guys, let's check out the cave.